bolster could feel good, or just nothing at all is fine. So we're starting again on our backs in a very kind of a mellow way. Lift your hips up and let your body weight settle onto the block. So it's not an upper back bend, we're supported right under our sacrum. And for now, have your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees turn in towards each other. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your abdomen and start to just breathe against your hands. And while you're in this position, if it starts feeling like you're working very hard at it, then just take the block away. Just soften your glutes. Let everything relax. Breathe in and fill up completely. And then empty out completely. Good morning. So for anybody coming on, we're laying on our backs. One hand at the heart, one hand at the abdomen. Knees are pointing in towards each other. And we're supported on a block if you have one. Take another round of breath here, filling up completely. Open up your right arm to a cactus. So your right arm is out on the floor, bent elbow. And then open your left arm as a cactus. And then open your knees. Take the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to just open up easily. If it's not easy, again, walk your feet out a little further. Get off the block. See what, will make this more accessible to you. So for those of you who were with me yesterday, I don't know about you, my triceps are pretty sore. So it's been a little bit over time. So we'll do some stretching for the back of the arms as well. So right here, cross your right arm over your heart, cross your left arm over your heart. And just grab a hold of your shoulders and pull your elbows together and down away from your head towards your feet. Bring your feet back together and keep them neutral or let the knees knock together again. Inhale, switch the cross of the arms, so just one arm switches on top. Grab a hold of your shoulders, hug yourself in nice and tight. Constantly reminding yourself not to squeeze anything, right? Just let go of everything. And then release the arms down by your sides. Press firmly into the ground. If you're lifted on a block, lift your hips up and articulate your spine to come down to the floor. Move your block up to the side and hug your knees all the way up to your chest. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee, making opposing circles with the legs. Pull the belly in and just open up small or big. Start to go bigger when you feel more connected. Reverse that. Join back in the center. Place your left foot on the floor. Cross your right ankle above the left knee. Right hand to the inside of the right thigh. And just gently guide the right leg away from your center point. Creating a little bit more space in that crease between your hip and your thigh. Breathe in and out. Keep your legs as they are. Open up your arms to a T. Shift your hips left and let your knees fall over to the right. Any position with the bottom leg. You can also be supported, since my block is here, I'll just show you. You can be supported with your knee or your calf or not at all, just an option. Inhale, come back to center. Uncross the legs. Come back to your center. Right foot stays, left ankle on top of the right knee. Left hand opens the knee away from you. Flex your left foot. Just create some space in that crease that gets nice and stiff when we sit a lot. I don't know how you sleep at night either, but knees up to the chest kind of thing. Open up the arms to a T. Shift your hips right and let your knees fall over to the left. Any variation with the bottom leg or even the arms is welcome. Inhale, come on back to center. Uncross your legs, hug both knees back to the chest. Lift your head and shoulders up, round and curl your spine. Rock on your spine a couple times, forward and back. Create a little bit of momentum. Come up to a comfortable seat. If you're sitting cross-legged and you like to have blocks underneath your knees, that's fine. That's good. I like to do that. And bring your heels underneath your knees rather than just crossing with the ankles, so a little less shallow. If you have a strap, a towel, or a belt, grab a hold of it. And just, if you don't have it connected, that's fine. Just hold it in the center so you have two even sides. And then stretch the arms up over your head, inhale. And pull your arms about a little bit wider than your shoulders so you can really feel the openness in the chest, shoulders. Good. And if you don't have a strap or a towel or any of these things, just open up your arms. Good. Inhale, lift up and out of your waistline and lean to the right side as you exhale. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, open over to the left side. So immediately feeling a nice stretch here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Now, inhale, center. This is going to be hard if you don't have a wide strap, so don't worry about it. We're going to bring the arms behind our back. So if you don't have a wide strap, just do the best you can. Let go of the strap that you have. And then fold forward, bringing the arms back up overhead and just come forward. It's called shoulder flossing. And then come back up, inhale, arms come back behind you. So either way, we're just opening up the shoulders and chest a lot. And then as you bring the arms up and overhead, we hinge forward. One more time, lifting up and stretching up the open of the shoulders, the chest. Again, this is always born out of, what did we do yesterday? Arms up and over, and stay forward. Release your hands to the floor. Tuck your chin in towards your chest, and roll yourself back up. Release your strap. Lean back, shake out your legs, switch the cross of your legs. I didn't give you a dedicated position, so whichever side is in front, switch it. Go back to your strap or your towel. Inhale. And this time, just rotate your torso to the right side. Keep the arms energized. So if you're not using a strap towel or anything, a band is always great. Lean a little bit to the side, and keep your arms open. You can use a shirt, a sweater, a boot. I'm looking at what I have on the floor. Inhale, back up to the side. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your left side. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the left side. Inhale to the left, come back to center. And then there's a smooth, fluid movement. Turn to the right and tilt a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, come through center, turn to the left, and tilt. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, lift up and over, turn to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the center, turn to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the center. All the way forward once again. Release your hands, release your strap, walk your hands forward. Pull your chin into your chest, round and curl your spine. Inhale, extend your spine. Walk your hands back in. Lean back, move your blocks to the side. Shake out your legs, come around to your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and you can move your toys near you but off to the side. Or you can have your hands on blocks underneath your shoulders. Inhale, a little bit bigger of an arch of your spine. And then exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Let's just visit child's pose so you know you can come here anytime as you sit your hips to your heels. So if your arms are on blocks, stretch them out a little further in front of you. Lift up the underarms and just stay lifted and supported on around the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come on back to your hands and knees. Neutral spine, step your right foot in between your hands or your blocks. Send your left knee back a little further. Dip your hips down. Broaden your shoulders, broaden your collarbones, pull your shoulders back. Inhale, push back, straighten your front leg. Exhale. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, rebend your front knee, take your right arm up to the sky. Reach it back behind you, open up your palm, your fingers. You don't have to reach and touch anything, just reach towards the back of your space. Exhale, right arm comes back to the floor block, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee, stretch your right arm up and open to the back as you drop your left hip forward. Exhale, right arm down, right leg straightens out. Inhale, rebend the knee, hands on the floor, tuck your back toes beneath you, lift the knee up, keep the hips low. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Bend one knee, then the other, and just walk your dog. Inhale, rise onto your tippy toes, pull your knees up, pull your pelvic muscles up and in. Shift forward to a high plank position, top of a push-up. Head in line with your spine, belly is lifted, arms are strong. Broaden your collarbones, inhale. Exhale, lower your right knee to the floor and step your left foot in between your hands or in between the blocks. And send your right leg back a little further so you sink your hips down. Broaden your collarbones, smile. Enjoy this beautiful day. I think today we're all in South Florida. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and open. And then send it behind you, palm up. Reach your fingers back, palm up. Feels like you're holding something in your hand. Inhale, stretch the arm up and over to the floor. Straighten your front leg, hips are squared, toes up or down. Inhale, rebend the front knee, sweep the left arm up and back, hold something in your hand. Exhale, arm down, leg straightens. Inhale, one more time, sweep the arm up and back. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Tuck your right toes beneath you. Keep your hip low. Just energize your right leg. Exhale, step your left foot back. Lift your hips in the air, downward facing dog. Bend one knee, then the other. And then find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Feet don't have to touch. They can be closer to the ground or further away. You can separate them a little bit wider than your hips or just in line with your hips. Inhale, lift your knees up, lift your heels up, engage your quadriceps, pull your pelvic floor muscles up. Shift forward to a high plank, look forward. Pull the belly up and in. And then push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high on your toes. Exhale, high plank position. Look all the way forward. Place your knees on the earth and lay your belly all the way down on the floor. If you have blocks, you can still have them or move them off to the side. As the arms rest, the fingers, the thumbs are right by, ladies, the bra line, right by your first ribs, elbows in by your side. Let's widen our feet today. So the feet are as wide as your mat. Push your pubic bone down. Lift your chest up. Don't go too high. Just let your back do the work, right? Your hands can have plenty of time for work. So lift your hands up off the floor so that you know your back muscles are doing the work. And then stretch your arms back behind you. So remember what we did earlier with the opening of the shoulders, same position without the strap, but if you want the strap, you can grab it. Inhale, push down again through your pubic bone, lift a little higher in your chest. Exhale, bring your hands in by your side, then bring your feet closer together again. Press the top of your toenails, your shins, well, the top of your foot, into the floor. Lift your chest up. You can lift all the way up into an upward dog, and then send it over to a downward facing dog. So, when we do these so-called vinyasas, or we do push-ups and things like that, you have the option to take extra push-ups, take no push-ups, knees down. You've got a million choices. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and just take little steps to bring yourself all the way forward to the front of your mat. And for Maxine and myself, supported on the blocks. And if anybody else needs a little support, sometimes I'm just going to stay right here on my thighs. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And then fold all the way over, exhale. Soften your knees, inhale. Round your back. Let's take this first one in a rounded spine to come all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders back and around a couple times. Inhale, stretch the arms over your head. Exhale, open up your arms to a T, thumbs up to the sky. Inhale, rotate to the right. Right arm down, left arm up. So the right arm goes on the back of the right thigh. Shoulders and hips face forward, or hips face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, open to a T, turn to your left side. Inhale, left arm down, right arm up. Lift out of your waistline. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend your knees and open your arms, touch the floor, shins, or your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step to a high plank position. Shoulders over wrist, belly is pulled in. Shift a little forward and bend your elbows halfway down. Choose to go upward, facing dog, cobra, or plank, or downward facing dog altogether. Bring your feet to touch, bring your right leg in the air. Lift high up on your left toes, bend your left knee a lot, and then just get your chest closer to your thighs. As you exhale, send your right foot in between the two hands. Left arm sweeps up and open towards the back. Palm up like you're receiving something. Give me, give me, give me. Exhale, right hand down. Face front, straighten your front leg. Good, let's just do that again. Bend your right knee, sweep your right arm up and back. Palms open. Open up your chest, shoulders. That left hip is getting a nice release. Exhale, send it up and back, straighten your front leg. Last one. Inhale, sweep the arm back and around. Exhale, hand down, straighten your front leg. Square up your hips. Walk your hands or your blocks forward. Bend your right knee and come into a supported warrior three pose with your toes pointing down. Your right knee is soft. Knee is behind the ankle. Collarbone spread and broaden. Inhale. Exhale, bring your feet together, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So I'm modifying my fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring the prayer to your heart center. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Take a nice easy swan dive, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, step, high plank, pause. Good, shift a little forward, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward dog cobra, low, whatever you're doing, downward dog. So I'll try not to repeat myself a million times, but I just want you to know you have options. Bring your feet together, lift your left leg up and bend your right knee. So drop your chest towards your thighs and send your hips back. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Look forward. Exhale. Left foot comes in between your two hands. Adjust yourself. Good. Square it off. Shoulders pull back and down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and open it to the back of the room. Send your palm open. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Exhale, left arm comes back down. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Left arm comes up and back. Open up. Exhale, arm down, straight leg. Inhale, rebend, open up. Exhale, arm down, straighten the leg. Fold forward. Send your hands a little bit more forward as you start to bend your left knee. And then send your weight to your left leg. Toes down on the right leg. Left knee is bent a lot or a little. Broaden your collarbones. Inhale, lengthen out of your right hip. Belly is lifted. Exhale, step your feet together and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down to rise up. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way over your head. And take prayer to the heart center. Inhale and exhale. Release your arms by your side. Step your right foot open to the right side. Grab a block to have it just in case in between your 2 feet. So your feet are wide. When you take your arms out, your hands should be right over your ankles. All right, so get a nice wide stance. Doesn't matter if you're facing the camera or not. If you can see yourself, it's always helpful, but don't worry about it. Arms open out to a T. Good. Turn your toes open, both toes, and then take your arms overhead. Exhale, bend your arms and your knees, tailbone underneath you. Send your hands to your thighs. Press your right shoulder in forward. Inhale back through the center. Left shoulder presses forward. Good. Come back to center, neutral. Lift your torso. Bring your arms straight in your legs. Exhale, bend your arms, bend your knees. Inhale, hands on your thighs, right shoulder presses. Exhale. Inhale, left shoulder presses. Exhale. Inhale, back to center, stretch up, arms and legs come up. And now let's just hold goddess pose. Toes out, tailbone underneath you. Knees are open and, if possible, your hips are kind of in line with your knees. Mine are probably a little higher. Inhale, stretch your arms behind your back. Exhale, knuckles down, chest lifts. Begin to straighten your legs, turn your toes forward and forward fold. You can use the strap here. If you have a strap and you want a little bit more excess. And then fold all the way down, taking your arms away from your back, any amount. Maxine, this is the best I've been able to see you. It's amazing. Awesome. Now, release your hands to your hips. Don't open them, just switch the cross of your fingers and take the arms up and over again. One more breath. Release your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, press up to stand up. Good. Turn your left toes, so it should be your front toes, to the front of your mat. Have the block, if you have only one block, towards the outside of your left foot. Now bend your left knee and open your arms. Left knee over in line with the hip, over the ankle, in line with second, third toe. Back toes turned in slightly, warrior 2 pose. Reach back with your right arm, reach forward with your left arm. And then pump your warrior once and open it out. Pump your warrior again and open out. Pump your warrior again. Hold warrior 2 to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Flip your palms up. 1. Right arm down, left arm up. Lift out of your waistline. Pull your right hip in towards your left hip. So make the bend on the side, allowing some space in the right hip. Things we've all been doing today. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Shorten your stance, one footing. Move your hips to the right, move your torso to the left. Have your hand on the inside, outside, or the block on its highest height behind your left calf. And then float the right arm up so you stack your shoulders. So just looking for space left side of the body, right? Lifting up, lifting, lifting. Inhale. So imagine that you're being pulled to the sky with your right arm and pulled down to the earth with your left. Lift your knees up, squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale. Good. Now exhale, you're going to soften your front knee and spin everything back around to the front. Move the block to the right side. If you have two blocks, float back up into that supported warrior three position. Toes down, hips squared. Inhale. Really find energy and move the left knee behind the ankle or at least behind the toes. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, press down and rise all the way up, stand up. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart center. Release your arms. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Forward fold, exhale. Hands to floor, shins or blocks, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step to a plank. Take your way into downward facing dog. So that means your push-ups are not, your upward dogs are not. I'm modifying still a little bit more. Bring your feet together. Send your left leg in the air. Bend your right knee. Let's take the leg down and step the right leg up in the air. Bend your left knee. Lift it nice and high. Exhale, step your right foot in between your two hands and turn over to your left side. Bring your block with you in the middle of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands to your hips, come up to standing. Turn your toes out again. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows. This time we're going to bring our hands behind our head. Exhale, hinge and tilt over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, sit a little lower. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, stretch arms and legs straight. Open up your arms to a T. Turn your right toes to the front. Turn your left toes slightly in. Bend your right knee, knee in line with the hip, knee in line with second, third toe. Over towards the pinky side. Reach your left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, stretch and strengthen both arms and legs. Exhale, bend again. Look down towards your right fingers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rebend. I think we have one more. Inhale, up. Exhale, rebend and hold. Pull back with the left arm, pull forward with the right arm. Again, work on keeping your knee open towards your pinky side of your foot so you have energy in your glutes and you're not rocking that knee inward. You have stability through the joints. Flip your palms, left arm down, right arm up. Think about moving your left hip towards your right knee more. And then side stretching. Inhale, come back to warrior two. I forgot to mention, take your block, if I did, on the outside of your right foot. Step your left foot in a little bit closer. One foot heel toe in. Straighten your front leg, inhale. Hinge forward. Right hand inside, outside, foot, shin, or block. If you're using a block, try it on the outside by your calf. Left arm comes up, stack your shoulders. Lift out of your waistline. So find, some of you might like to lift both arms off the floor or off the legs and find this energy through your torso, but if you do that, lift a little higher so you can have the space. It's always about space, right? I mean, the poses are nice, they look good, they're feel good, but we're trying to create some space and flexibility, mobility through our joints. Good enough, good, not too much, not too little. Exhale, look down at your right toes. Turn yourself forward, take your hands and or blocks to the front of your mat, step into your right leg, and fly in a supported warrior three pose. So for me, I like to be a little higher in my arms so I can level out my hips a little bit more. Energize that left leg out of the hip, one more breath. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Press down to rise up, bring the arms overhead with you. Exhale, bring a prayer to your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way to the floor, fingertips or shins or blocks, lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, step, step, high plank to low plank, push up all the way back through your upward. Downward dogs is where we meet, down dog. Float your right leg high in the sky. Open your right hip. Bend the knee, kick it in and out a couple times. Exhale, bring the knee to the center, round and curl plank. Inhale, stretch it back up in the air. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. We've just come out of this, warrior two, facing the left side of your space. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Now you choose the size of your space between your feet. Triangle pose. Inhale, release your hands, bend your right knee. Step up into your supported warrior three. Bend your right knee. Tap your left knee behind your right knee and have a seat on the floor or on a block, or straighten your bottom leg. So right leg should be crossed in front. Bring your right arm up, send it behind you, left arm up, twist over to your right side. You can hug the knee, you can be outside, you can have a bind if it's in your practice, or you can take your strap to help you around. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Keep your right hip pressing towards the floor. Maybe it doesn't touch, but it has the intention of going to the floor. Inhale, come back to center, and just counter the twist, coming back to center. Inhale, back to the center. Bring your right foot in between your two sides. Come up onto your left shin. And nice and easily step back into a low lunge. Nothing fancy. No judgment how you get there. Inhale, step your right leg in the air. Open up your right hip, bend the knee. Kick it out a couple times. Move through the hip, knee, ankle. Get some mobility in there, some fluid. A little bit more. And then lower your foot. Choose to stay here or take it through a vinyasa. That word, right? It's your push-up series. Feet together. Inhale, lift your left leg in the air, open up the hip, bend the knee. And just explore the hip, knee, ankle movements here. Exhale, turn it square, knee to chest, round curl. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, step your left foot through, turn your right foot on its side. Rise up, find warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, straighten your arms. Bring it back, straighten your legs. Send your right foot in once or twice, move your hips back, or any length that works for you. Left arm down, right arm up. Reach out of your waistline. Feel your shoulders stack on top of each other. Energy in the knees, the legs strong. Inhale, look down at your left leg. Spin it around, square off your hips. Send your weight to your left leg, toes down. Good, now bring your right knee and tap it right behind your left foot, ankle. And then come on down to a seat on the floor. If you'd like to, you can straighten your bottom leg out so that you have a little bit more space and accessibility, or sit on a block. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and behind you, almost towards the right side. Inhale, stretch your right arm up, hug, twist, or bind outside your left thigh. Inhale. Twist a little deeper, exhale. Breathe in tall. Empty the breath deep. Inhale, come forward, and just turn to the other side. Inhale, come on back to the center. Left foot comes in front of you, send it up onto your right shin, and then just step back into a lunge on the right leg. Nothing crazy. Inhale, send your left leg in the air, open up your hip, bend the knee. Take 4 paws on the floor, downward facing dog. Stay there or flow through a little chaturanga segment. Downward dog. Inhale, come on down to your knees. Sit on your heels or sit on a block the long way between your 2 legs, between your 2 sitting bones. If you have a block, another block, take it behind you and just reach your arms back so you've got the length of your hands, your arms. And then just lift your chest up. Open up your shoulders, your chest. Good. Inhale, just a nice, once again, opening for the front of the shoulders, chest. And then release your hands. You can move the block back and fold into your child's pose with your arms by your side, palms up. Inhale, walk your arms forward. Hands on the floor of the blocks. Inhale, rise onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, bring your right leg high in the sky, open the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, knee to chest, step forward. Once again, send your weight to the right leg, lift your left leg off the floor, square it, bend the right knee a little, and then either with a block or your hands on the floor, keep your right arm down, bring your left hand to your hip as you begin to straighten the right leg and turn to your left side. So by way of warrior 3, coming into your half moon, open up your left hand, left hip, eye gaze can be up or down, hand can be on the block, it could be in front of your foot or to the side, more accessible to the side. Usually it's a little bit more challenging your balance if it's directly in front. And then hold this pose for another 3, 2, and 1. Come back, and this time the right leg is straight as you fold over it. Hands on the floor, blocks also is an option. You know, it's always an option. Step your left foot down about 2 to 3 feet behind your right foot. Walk your hands forward, so that on the floor or the blocks, doesn't matter. Square your hips, level it out. So think about, having china on your back, not the country, but the stuff we like to eat off of. And it's really good china, so if your back is, moving around a little bit, it's gonna fall, so we don't wanna fall. Inhale, lengthen, pull your collarbones forward. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Feel all your toes firmly pressing into the earth. One more breath, I'm keeping myself a little modified. Exhale, fold completely over your right leg. Inhale, step your feet together. Hands to your hips, give a little relief. Stand up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold down, hands to floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, take it through all the way to downward dog, or just skip the middle. Inhale, float your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, bring it through between your two hands. Hands on the floor blocks, send your weight to your left leg. Toes down, hips are square. Now we're going to start to open this up. Now you know what to expect. We're going to open this up towards the right side. Left hand stays down in the front or the side of the foot or on a block. Right hand begins to come to your right hip as you straighten your left leg and you stack shoulders and hips over each other. Right arm comes up. Really find the energy in both legs, both arms, through your torso, and breathe. Looks great, guys. Breathe in. Half moon, balance. One more big, beautiful opening breath. So now we've opened our body in all sides, forward and back. Exhale, hands to the floor, blocks. Right leg in the air, standing split variation. Again, I'm really working on modification, so my hands are on blocks. Leg will go as high as it goes. Doesn't matter how high it goes. Now work on the energy of straightening it. Straighten the bottom leg as well. One more breath. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Release your arms. You should be at the top of your mat. If not, take a few steps as we navigate back. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step through vinyasa or right into downward facing doggy. Inhale, lift your right leg up, open the hip and the knee. Bring your right knee to your chest, shift forward. Right knee to your right wrist, left toes behind you. Option to have a block under your right hip, or option to go on your back and cross your right ankle over your left knee. So that might be the most accessible way for you to be there. Look at your back foot, make sure it's not sickling in or out. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And then walk forward, exhale. I always find this a good time to grab a little water. And fold. Let go, empty the breath, just slowly start to slow down. Flex your right foot, get a little room here. Focusing on keeping both hips level once again, just like I didn't do pyramid pose, did I? We'll come back to that. Take another breath. Good. Bring your hands back, tuck your toes under, right leg in the air. Exhale, float your right foot down, downward facing dog. Listen carefully. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Hands on the floor, blocks out in front of you. Straighten your left leg and step your right foot back 2 to 3 feet. Here we go. Don't ever want you to be uneven. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over your left leg. Hips are square. We've got China on our back once again. Take another couple breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now, one more breath, look forward. Bring your right foot back behind you. Lower the knee to the floor. And then begin to walk your left leg over to the right side, coming into your pigeon. See? We did it. Look behind you, make sure the foot's not sickling in, hips are squared, or there could be a block underneath your left sitting bones. And then fold down. Or you're on your back, crossing the ankle over. Let go, empty out, soften up. Two more breaths, everybody. Good. On this one, inhale, come up, lower your hip to the floor, move the block if it's there. If you're on your back, you can stay, and you can bring both legs in the air. If you're not on a block, come back down to the floor. Lift your hips up, send some movement away from your sitting bones. Bring your arms overhead, inhale, and exhale. Hinge forward. You can take your strap towel around your feet and fold forward. You can take, if you're more flexy, a block in front of your feet, one or two, and stay in this forward fold called Paschimottanasana, intense western side stretch. That's the western side of your body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull your belly to your spine. Make sure when you go back, your head will be supported on the floor, not on the mat, not on the floor. Take a block with you and roll down on your back slowly. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Excuse me. Once again, lift your hips up and put your hips on the block. This time we're going to extend one leg at a time in the air. If you don't have a block, of course, legs, there's a few options here. So you can have your legs up the wall, in legs up the wall pose, if you have a wall nearby. Or you can be supported on a block with your legs in the air, just inverting in a soft inversion. So if your hips are on the block, let go of any tension on your body and just let gravity settle you into being supported by the block. If you have your legs up the wall, have your hips as close to the wall as they can be as you send your legs up. This is also a great place for those of us who don't sleep well, a little overstimulated, putting your legs up on the wall. Stay for a few moments of stillness here as we begin to, again, unwind, rewind into the soft version of our practice. If your legs are up and you want to keep them there, keep them there. If you'd like to bring them down straight out in front of you, getting a nice release into your hip flexors. Stretch them out one at a time, place them on the floor, opening up a little bit more of the front body. And so now, any of these options are available to you and welcome as we head into our final pose, Shavasana. So legs up the wall is always a great option. Legs in the air supported, legs up the wall. Supported kind of a wheel with your legs out in front of you, getting a little bit more opening in your hips. Or take the block out and lay on your back. Do a spinal twist if you're taking the block out. Do right side, left side twist. So you come onto your back and you'll just bring both knees over to one side. And then over to the other side. And now take yourself into the juicy part of this practice, and yet the most challenging part of this practice, Shavasana. Let your body completely surrender into the earth.
Let go of any physicality other than your heart beating. Let go of any distractions, any thoughts, any to-do list, and let it go. And if I'm not going to see you before New Year's Eve, let me just start by wishing you a happy and healthy and peaceful and prosperous New Year. Keep your practice in the forefront of your to-do list for next year, your intention list, the one that you'll keep. So I'm going to leave you all in Shavasana. You can stay as long as you'd like. Come out of it when you need. Come out slowly. If you're home, stay fit, stay healthy. Get the Happy New Year.